LSD too easy here with a Rockstar video editor tutorial. This video you're seeing right now is going to be the video I'm going to try recreate and show you how I've done all these different camera angles. Hopefully help you out to get your videos looking a bit more polished. Alright, so here we go. Let's see how good close I can get to recreating this for you. So obviously you're going to start off here on game camera. I never use game camera, I've always used free camera. I feel like that's the best camera to use. Why use game camera? That's the standard that we've always had to use. So I think you'll probably start over here, I'm guessing, when you go to free camera. So move it around to wherever you wanted. I had it over here, so let's put it over here. Now what I'll do is, actually straight off the bat too, check your speed. If you had it at 100%, the cars are going to take off really quickly like that. So obviously, because we want to zoom in and look at the people, we'll slow that speed down. So I think I had it on 35. That seems pretty good. So I want this, I don't want it to move straight away, so I'll make a marker a little bit after. So I'll set a marker here, and then from this marker here I'll go to camera, then to blend mode, turn blend mode on. So from now on it will blend to the next camera. So make another marker here, edit my camera over to here. Do I need to zoom in or out? I might zoom out a bit. Actually saying that, might leave the same zoom. So let's put it to here, and we want to turn blend off because we don't want it to move straight away. So now we'll sit there. Oh, and you see how quick it goes there. So let's slow that down to 20. Give that a go. That's a bit better. I mean, you could probably, if you really wanted to, you could slow it down again. You see how the gap gets a lot bigger like that. You can shorten that if you hold your left one button on it. You can move that, and you can shorten that. It'll still be slow, but it will happen a bit quicker. I think probably about there is probably going to be sweet. That's not too bad right there. So, also because this car is about to move, so I'll set it to move with this person, so the camera, see how the camera stays there with him. So make another marker about here. So that's the time we want it to sit there looking at him. Make my next marker about here. Make sure that blend mode is on this one. So this next camera, let's put it in the car here, looking at him. Shout out to Doldy as well, as you can see right there, that's him, for helping me get the clip for this video. Alright, so we've got blend mode on. From, where are we? Yeah, linear, so we go blend mode to here. Now we want it off for a little bit. Make your marker, turn it back on, make your next marker where you want the camera to go. So I want the camera over here, might zoom out a little bit. It's a bit better. Make sure blend mode is off. Make my marker, turn blend mode back on. And then You see how it moves like that? If you don't want that to happen yet, you still want to make it. You can turn blend mode off. It will stay there, and then that way you can mark exactly where you want your next camera a little easier. So I think the next shot was zooming in on me taking off over there. So I'll show you how, this is what happened when I did it, but there is a way around this because this won't look right. So I'll zoom in on the camera there to this point, and then we want, so that should have been blend mode off, yep. Blend mode on now. Next camera will be at that car. Let's zoom back out to about 80 area, I think it was 84, 85, 85, and make a marker here. Make sure blend mode's off. Always go back. I want to show you something. So this is what we've done so far. Comes in. So blend mode off, on, off, back on. Alright, so here we go. I didn't have it turned on here, did I? Alright, so here it needs to be on. Alright, yeah, so you see how it does that weird zoom? It zooms really quickly like that. So we'll turn the speed down to 20. That's a bit more better. Alright, yeah, but you see how it's zooming in too early, it's zooming in on that window. So if I want that to stop, first I'll turn the blend mode off, so it won't do the zoom, it will stay there. What I'll do is about halfway here, I'll make a marker, and I'll adjust my camera to about here. So from about here onwards, this is where you want the zoom to happen. So you'll turn blend mode back on this one, and on this one. So now let's try that. Alright, that's a little bit better. You see how he might need to adjust the speed still. You see how you get that turn now? It will do a full turn. It won't zoom in on the window. It's going to do that turn. And then zooms in. And you could probably even slow that down a little bit more. Bring the marker across so it happens a little bit later. Yeah, it's not too bad. You sort of get what I'm trying to do. Let's bring this one back a bit. And it zooms out like so. Alright, so you see it taking off like that. It's obviously because blend mode, or it's on, oh, it's move with target, so we can turn that off now. We don't need to move with that target anymore. We want to move with the player, so it stays with the player. Yeah. I think after that it went up through that tail, didn't it? So, you know, we'll do the same thing. We'll let it look at that number plate for a bit, make the marker, change that to linear, and then make another marker. I want this camera, like, make markers for where you want the camera to go. So I want the camera to go through this here. So I'll make a marker about here, and then make one at the next place I want it to be, which is down at this window, like so. And then I think the next one I had was in the car. Look at me. front of the window looking at me if I'm right. I'll turn this blend mode off now so it stops there. Let's have a look, see how that went. Yeah, see how it goes? See, from doing those markers there, it follows them straight through. So go straight through there, straight through the window, looking at me, and out to the car there. So realistically, this is what I've been trying to explain to people. It's all about having blend mode on and off at the right times, and also getting your speed. I think the blend mode and speed are the two keys. If things are happening too quickly, slow the speed down, or space these two things apart. So without slowing the speed down, I could make that happen a bit slower if I drag that across. But that uses more time of your clip. So I mean, if you've got plenty of time, feel free to do it that way. But if you've only got, maybe you've only got 10 seconds of clip, you can slow it right down to 5%, and that will turn that 10 seconds into a minute pretty much. So get all the footage you want. Alright, so let's have it looking at him. So blend mode is off. Make a marker so it will stay there looking. This marker here. We'll turn blend mode back on, and let's move it to, where do we want the camera? Oops. Edit camera. Let's throw it over here. Alright, so from here I think I might look at the player, which will lock onto the player but turn it off. This way it will, nothing in blend mode off, so the camera is going to stay on the ground and not move, but it's still going to follow the player, like so. This is another thing I've been doing lately, and maybe make a marker here so it stays. Once you get too far though, you've only got that red circle, as most people should already know. So that's too far, the camera wants to take off. So somewhere around here I might get it to move with the player again, so that way the camera's not too far away. Yeah, I think that's pretty well good enough. What else should I show you? How about looking at the other players? Alright, so we could look at, or you could choose to look at player 1 and move with player 1, as long as they're close enough to you. So it's pretty close to me there. Oh, that's the point where he's too far away. So you can do all things like that. I'm not sure there's much else. I think if you can get down pretty much what I've shown you, it's locking onto the right people, or not even locking onto anyone. I mean, you don't have to lock onto these people. You can just move the camera where you want, if you wanted to. Instead of, where are we, locked onto player 1. So instead of locking onto player 1 like that, I could just edit the camera and move along with it. It's a little bit more work. I probably wouldn't recommend this way, but this is another way you can do it. Alright, if you have any other questions or queries about this video, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section, or check me out on PSN, LSD 2EZ. Thanks for watching my video.